One, so this is the video that I was the documents that I was talking about. I cannot go too much into it, but I filed my notice of motion, my affidavit, and my reply, and a draft order for the Toronto Police to investigate potential child trafficking, which was denied. But I'm not getting too much into it. What I want to show over here is that on paragraph 14 of my draft order, I said that officers shall investigate possible violation of Section 380 subsection 2 of Criminal Code from 2016 and in involving Ms. Majabin and her son. The officer shall investigate if any other parties were also victims of violation of Section 380 subsection 2 of Criminal Code, such as retired Justice Lynn's family and any other individual which may have become victim. The investigating officer shall determine and assess costs gained by any organization by violating 380 subsection 2 of Criminal Code and take appropriate steps to take actions in inappropriate court to reimburse any affected parties without seeking leave from family court. So this is what I requested. Also in my affidavit, I cannot go too much into it, but in my affidavit I also wrote I'm asked on this paragraph, which is paragraph 5, you cannot really see it here. So I'm also asking Toronto Police to investigate potential violation of 380 subsection 1 of Criminal Code involving my son and family of retired Justice of Criminal Court Justice Lynn. I have served her daughter, place of business, with notice of motion, Mrs. Ashley Jig, and her husband, Dave Sidhu. So any potential violation of criminal code can be investigated, which her minor children can potentially be a victim of. This is also considered a form of child trafficking. So this is what I wrote in my documents, but when I actually received the endorsement, it says something completely different. It says that I am accusing the judge's family of abducting and trafficking my child and withholding him, which is completely false. And I do not take this. I take this very seriously, to be honest. And I think this is a serious violation of crime, to be honest, that I am being falsely accused for trying to help an individual, and that I'm notifying as a good citizen of this country. When you see that there's potentially a crime happening, it is a duty of any individual to notify the authorities or any appropriate party that can provide assistance, guidance, or directions regarding how to protect an individual, not instead be accused of trying to protect a family or any individual. So this is highly improper. So I am going to be making videos regarding this throughout this week because I am concerned that I am being framed, and this is potentially a case, like this is a serious case involving fraud, child trafficking, and many more, or else why would anybody be doing something like that? So this will eventually end up on YouTube at some point, but and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not mentioning name of any children in this video. This is not regarding that, but the fact that I actually took the initiative to try to help somebody when I don't have money, and I actually invested a tiny bit of my own money to try to actually invest into try to help an individual, because I know I'm moving out of Canada and I want to move out with good conscience in my mind that I'm not leaving behind bad things that maybe was somehow caused my involvement, caused an improper action, even if I am not technically the party who commenced any crime, but potentially that I was a witness or was aware of something happening. So as a duty before leaving, I wanted to make sure that I notify all the appropriate parties. It is up to them to take any appropriate actions before I go. So that was my intention for this, but to be honest, I was really shocked that while I'm trying to protect an individual and their family and their children, instead I'm being framed and blamed that I'm trying to accuse these people, which is seriously wrong. So I will keep everybody updated about what's happening and what kind of drama these people are trying to start by making false allegations. Clearly, this has been I've been very clear that I do not want to participate in like prolonged court proceedings, because they commit more the crime than they do any good. That it's not a place for me. So I'm not a right fit for these people, to be honest. So I'm hoping that I can get the hell out of this place as soon as possible. And I obviously don't appreciate that my ex-husband got me involved with these kind of people, which is like, it's not anybody that I would ever want to have any kind of communications with. So I'm trying to have the order amended, just one paragraph. I'm not trying to change the outcome of the motion where they said that they cannot have the Toronto police investigate potential crime regarding child trafficking, and that potentially these people are a victim of such crime. So I cannot force the police to do what they want. If the Toronto Police Council says the Toronto Police doesn't want to do an investigation, that's a civil matter. But in terms of they're trying to frame me in an attempt to kind of navigate their situation out of this place, that they're helping with child trafficking because this is a false accusation, obviously, that I'm accusing a judge, but that they are trying to kind of use that to try to get away with whatever it is that they're doing. So I will be keeping everybody informed about how this child trafficking business is being run and how deep it goes, and what kind of situations that you can come up with and you will face when things like that happen. So this is very serious, as you can see, that what I wrote in my documents versus what they wrote in their decision does not match whatsoever at all. So this is the reality of Canada that everybody needs to be aware of, that this place is not what it used to be, and there's more crime happening from the court system than out in the world. So this is very serious, and that people needs to be acknowledged and needs to know what's happening in here. That's all for today. Bye.